Okay, I got another episode of What's Niggling here, and the only reason I want to make this stuff is to expose the evil, elite people that get away with everything. And who covers for them? The corrupt media. No, I don't trust any news network. I don't trust any of them anymore. Glenn Greenwald. That's someone I'm trusting. I'm not trusting fucking CNN, Rachel Maddow, fucking these losers. So ABC and CBS, those are major networks. Let me show you a couple clips to show that how dirty and corrupt those networks are, along with all the others. I just want to shed light and give the true history of these dirty fucking people that have charities and foundations that try to gloss over their image and all the dirty things they do, like the Clinton Foundation, in the gold mine that they own in Haiti. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I don't fucking trust them, let me tell you. I don't trust Bill. Melinda left Bill because Bill liked Epstein too much. So let me show you these clips. So we know Bill Gates, he bought MSNBC, Microsoft, NBC back in the day, after he was trying to build a monopoly with Microsoft. And people fucking hated him in the 90s. People should still hate him. He's a dirty person. His family's been in eugenics for like 100 fucking years. Planned Parenthood was renamed because it was like the Eugenics Society, okay? Disabled people, gay people, black people, all of them were sterilized, okay, in North America. When Hitler was killing them, we were sterilizing them here. If you were an imbecile, that was one of the terms they like to use, imbecile, you're not worthy of procreating. So they were sterilizing people here. Bill Gates' fucking family was involved in that. Okay, where are these videos? Okay. Here's covering up Epstein.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would now put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us in a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate or Will that also quashed the story. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything. Do I think he was killed? 100%. Yes, I do. Because he made his whole living blackmailing people. There were a lot of men in those planes, a lot of men who visited that island, a lot of powerful men who came into that apartment.
Because we all know Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. I've watched interviews with his brother. He wants to know who killed his brother. Okay. This is more recent. And I know a lot about Hunter Biden, and I've seen a lot of Hunter Biden. He likes his foot jobs.
I went to a lot of effort to get the cleanest copy of the laptop data, the same data that was provided to the FBI, because I didn't want to have any professional journalistic risk for CBS News. I wanted this thing to be totally locked down. When we did the story, we did it after the midterms. I argued against that because it was ready before the midterms. And my training is that you should always do the story when it's ready to go. You should not be dictated by the political cycle. Once we got the laptop story on the morning news, I felt that there was so much there that we could still do. For example, in the text messages, there's unfortunately the use of the N-word, the liberal use of the N-word. And I thought this was worthy of a story, but I was told that it was not something that interested CBS News. Then I asked for a forensic review of the laptop, and we found that there were more than half a dozen emails that were likely used by Joe Biden.
The big guy.
I thought that was a story. But the answer that came back was, well, we need to know what the content is of the emails. But that was going to be a years-long process.
Huh. Hiding the Hunter Biden laptops, right? It was Russian disinformation. I remember they said that 51 agents signed off on that, that it was Russian disinformation. I seen contents of the laptop. You can go and find them if you'd like. I've seen Hunter Biden with a lot of beautiful girls getting a bunch of foot jobs. I watched a video of him smoking crack, getting a foot job, saying he was going to 10 cents a video, 10 cents a view. If we get 1 million views, that's $100,000. He wanted to be a porn star, and he was smoking crack while he was doing it. And then we have that same woman. Let me get her name here. Catherine Heritage, CBS. The first woman, Amy Roblox, ABC News. These reporters work there. They read off teleprompters. They get stories and stuff. And then government agencies get to tell them if they get to put those stories out or not. Unbiased journalistic news. That's not a real thing on any corporate network. The last one, where she says our network needs to censor Elon Musk. We can't do anything live. We have to censor.
I had conversations with some of the reporters connected to the Twitter files, and I was in my head thinking that there might be an opportunity to tell that story on CBS News. We had a number of topics under discussion. They didn't go as far as we had hoped. But at the end of the day, this opportunity to interview Elon Musk was developing. So I went to the CBS executives and I said, this is the opportunity that we have. He's saying, I want to do it live and on my platform. If he's one of the most influential human beings on the planet, and the reaction from the executives was, well, we can't do it live. And I was like, what do you mean we can't do it live? I was like, well, we don't know what he's going to say. I was like, well, I'm thinking, isn't that the point of journalism? You don't know what the person's going to say? Well, it has to be taped. We have to have the ability to edit it. It has to be on our platform. We have to control the platform. We talked at one point about whether we could do it sort of like a simulcast between the streaming network and maybe X. But everything just got shut down. It's one of the biggest interviews you could ever have. I felt so ashamed, frankly, that I never went back to Elon Musk and said, listen, they want to do it, but they've set all these conditions on it. I couldn't do that. This is someone whose DNA is free speech.
Don't give free speech. Liberals, for some reason, are not a fan of free speech. How about bodily autonomy, but not free speech? It's a weird thing. I wanted to go over, because I think this is going to be, everything moves so fast. So I'm going to put these receipts in here years in advance. It's only a few episodes in, so I'll be able to go back and look. And I see the odds for who's going to be the next president. And it's tougher on the Democrat side, but I can rule them out real quick. I can rule a bunch of these out real quick. this is the odds, because that's what you do. There's no more going to the polling people. Those people, that's a waste of fucking money. Those are out of touch people. The polls, that was stupid. I bet on it. I bet on Donald Trump, and you have to go by the odds. It wasn't awesome to bet on Donald Trump because he was so favored to win. That's how you knew he was going to win the election, because that money talks. That's real people's money. Not fucking donor money that they're just throwing away to fucking pollsters to fucking 50,000 fucking make a poll. So the odds are J.D. Vance to be the next president. And I think he probably deserves to be at the top of there. Over these next 4 years, if people haven't seen, he's going to talk a lot. It's not going to be Kamala hiding. Just having a great time. He's a very good spokesman, which the next person is a very good speaker too, and Gavin Newsom. The only issue, but it's a massive issue, is Gavin Newsom runs California, and it's a shithole. The American dream, living the dream, even being in Canada, I didn't want to fucking be here. I lived right at the Detroit border, and I wanted to be over there. I knew you made it if you got to the States. And LA, it seems like for multiple generations, the last fucking 100 years, that the American dream getting there, was maybe New York, but, or Miami for Cubans and Dominicans, but, LA, that was the dream, right? LA, that's not even close to one of the top cities I'd like to go to in the United States, or the states, LA, and go to California. They have, every city, even in Canada, every single city has, and it's all over North America, is it homelessness and hard drugs, serious issues, serious needle issues, and the ODs and the homelessness are at an all-time high, I'm pretty sure, in our country, and even the continent. It's insane. Gavin Newsom reigns over a state that I'm pretty sure is a couple billion into debt somehow. Their homelessness keeps growing even though they fucking spend so much. That state is a piece of shit. And I think that Kamala's gonna go back there. She fucking sucks. And I hope people are starting to see, she sucks as a candidate. She's a fake phony. And she's gonna go back there and maybe try to be the governor in a couple years there. It's a shithole. And so Gavin Newsom can't win for multiple reasons. He did not run against Donald Trump. He would have snatched that spot. He would have snatched that spot from Kamala if he wanted it, but his ex-wife is Donald Trump Jr.'s new wife. Not even new wife, but so there's too much ammo. Donald Trump would have had too much ammo to unload on Gavin Newsom constantly online because his daughter-in-law is Gavin Newsom's ex-wife. So that's why I know he's gearing up and pumped, and Gavin Newsom's ready to run for this 2028, but he resides over a shithole, and he's a rich motherfucker, but he's got that Nancy Pelosi connections. Gavin Newsom is dangerous. He's well-spoken, but he is a piece of shit. He is so fake. And I'm pretty sure with the internet, he can't make it. He has too many people know he's a piece of shit. That is a smooth, conniving piece of shit. And then you have Josh Shapiro is the next person. Nobody knows who that is. Nobody knows. And he can speak well. I've seen him on Zoom calls and stuff like that, and he can speak well. But this is not an anti-Semitic thing. This is not no racist fucking thing. He's Jewish, and there's never been they're not going to let a Jewish person be the president. Another person on this list, pretty sure Pete Buttigieg, I'm pretty sure that guy's gay. And we're not ready for it yet. we had this Jagmeet Singh guy for the NDPs who is lost his credibility, but he had a chance. But I remember telling my mom before, we weren't ready for an Indian person here, and we definitely aren't going to have one now. But Vivek, another person pretty high up on this list. Actually, he's not even that high. Pete Buttigieg is above Vivek on this. But Josh Shapiro, I'm sorry, but like, he's too basic. He doesn't stand out. I sold weed way back in the day, and it's because I did good at it because I don't look like anybody else, and you gotta stand out. You know what I mean? You gotta stand out. You gotta have something about you. I was short and brown. I stand out. Josh Shapiro doesn't stand out. Obama stood out. Trump stands out. Kamala's confusing because I think she's not African. I think she's Indian. I would love, put it on the line. I would love, but I don't even trust that Kamala takes a DNA test. And not 23andMe because that company is dirty and is going to be gone. Ancestry.com. I don't even believe that we would get official results, but I don't believe that Kamala is African. She's Jamaican, Indian, Irish, because she's got those Irish slave owners in her family on her dad's side. But I don't believe she's African, and she ran on it, and I think that's hilarious. And with another 4 years, I see she is a possibility of running, and she has no fucking chance. Michelle Obama, for some reason, is next, and she didn't run. She can't run because she has to know the internet. Like, her daughters, they have to know that a lot of people say that Michelle Obama has a dick, and they can't have the internet run with that even more with her running for president. They're worth so much money. They're very dirty. I don't trust the Obamas at all. He fooled everyone. Fooled me. In 2008, fooled me. But I believe that he believed what he was saying to get that first presidential election, and then I think he fell in line right away, and he went from being worth like nothing to being worth, pretty sure the Obamas are worth over $100 million. It's pretty crazy to increase your net worth like 90, maybe even, I think I want to say that the Obamas are worth a couple $1 million. Pretty sure they're worth $100 million. So in less than 2 decades, they made $90 million somehow. I don't trust them at all. I believe that Obama liked bombing fucking weddings and shit over there. He authorized a lot of fucking bombings that are pretty disgusting. Syria, like, they did a lot of bad stuff. So I don't think Michelle Obama will do it. I think she should have done it in 2016 when the internet wasn't, when people, I don't even know. People weren't on the internet as much. It's weird to even say that. I guess social media wasn't as big. Social media wasn't as big back then. And the news hadn't been exposed. The fake news hadn't been exposed as it is. So it was a different time, and Michelle Obama could have beat Trump probably in 2016. And she didn't do it. She didn't run. Donald Trump Jr. I see Eric's name's on here too. He won't get it. Donald Jr. Would he run? It would be pretty funny. It would make people so mad. It would be incredible. I'm gonna roll with it and run with it and I'm gonna run with it that this is a good idea. Donald Trump Jr. runs. Big Gavin Newsom's so mad that his ex-wife could be the first lady. And he has so much dirt because she's gonna tell him, and probably already has, Must be just toxic shit. Ugh. She's got the dirt on the Democrat California Gavin Newsom. Guilfoyle. I want to say that's her last name. I can't think of what her first name is. Donald Trump Jr.'s wife is Kimberly Guilfoyle, I want to say is her name. I'm not 100%. I ain't looking it up right now. But who I think the sleeper is comes in at a plus 1600 on these betting odds here on Bet365, which that's what I use. Don't advocate for it. Gretchen Whitmer. I think she's the sleeper. I think she is the Democrats' best choice. I don't really care for her, but she's way more relatable to people, like looks wise. Like she looks normal. I don't really know, because that's what will happen is some stuff will be like chirping the person's looks. That's what the sides do, right? Like that's part of it. Like you're gonna get that, and I don't really know what you're gonna go at Gretchen Whitmer. I don't know. The only thing is that she was like part of that weird. How much did she know about the kidnapping of her that the FBI set up? I don't know. So that's a weird one. That would have to get addressed. It would have to get addressed. She can't go on any podcast or anything and get hit with that question and not be prepared. But I think she's the sleeper. Gretchen Whitmer should be the Democrats' #1 person, not Josh Shapiro, not Pete Buttigieg, not Michelle Obama. It should be Gretchen Whitmer. Other than that, I'm going to just scroll down here. Let me see if I know any of these people's names in the Democrats. I don't think I know any. Oh, Hilary Clinton. If that fucking woman runs, I will, the day she announces, I will try to run as many episodes as possible to expose her entire life. Her and Bill's entire life. And how dirty they've been for decades and decades. I've heard, allegedly, I've heard Liz Cheney, their daughter, is not Bill's daughter, and it's this guy that died somehow. There's so many for decades. The gold mine in Haiti, Hillary Clinton's brother, the gold mine in Haiti after the earthquake. No, we'll have to get in Iran-Contra using Arkansas to fly in all the drugs while Bill Clinton was governor. We'll have to go into it all if Hillary Clinton runs, because she is fucking evil and should never hold any power ever again. She's one of the most despicable people on the fucking planet. John Fetterman, he ain't fucking running. He's a nice guy. I watched him on Joe Rogan. He's a nice guy. He ain't fucking running. He ain't running. People gotta tell him he can't run. Elise Stefanik, I see on here. She's on the Republicans. She's gonna be in control of what goes on in the Israel-Palestine stuff. So she ain't getting in because it ain't gonna be good. Nikki Haley on the Republicans. I fucking hate this woman. This woman is exactly like Kamala. They're both fucking Indian people. And they don't acknowledge it. Nikki Haley, Nimrata is her actual real name. She goes by Nikki because she wants to be white. And she's really Indian. And doesn't fucking embrace it. So she's a fake phony, just trying to blend in. I don't like her at all. And she loves war. She sucks. Donald Trump saying, remember he was on Fox or whatever or something, and they pushed Nikki Haley, like, why don't you get her to, this one guy that is pretty annoying, and he's fucking peppy. He's like, yeah, like, why don't you get Nikki Haley and get the women voters or whatever. And Donald Trump wasn't having it good because she fucking sucks. She would be all for
fighting in Ukraine. Probably helping Israel, like, no doubt helping Israel, but should be real pumped about Ukraine, which I see, who knows if it's true, it's new, and that Ukraine, that Zelensky, they're gonna he's done. He's done with this war. There's no more war. They're gonna end this shit. The Bibi Netanyahu one, that guy's a piece of fucking garbage. Armed forces, fucking piece of shit. I don't know. Ivanka Trump, no. She ain't running. She's a nice lady. She's dealing with other shit. She's got other businesses and ventures. Ron DeSantis, no. He doesn't got it. He doesn't got it. He's good in Florida. I like Vivek. That could be the first Indian president. I like him, but I really think that he should be running with this other top pick in Tulsi Gabbard. So, like, I really don't want. This really sucks. Is I don't want JD Vance to run. I hope, because I heard him talk before. This is really the first time he's ever had like national press, and I really think that he might want to go back and do his family stuff, smaller politics and family stuff. I hope. I like him so far. I think seems like a good guy, and I would prefer he doesn't run for re-election in Vivek and Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know who runs for president and who's the vice. This is not a sexist thing. I would think that, I don't know, it makes it tough. I really want Tulsi to be the first female president and rub it in Hillary Clinton's face while she's alive. I really want Tulsi Gabbard to do that, but Vivek has run, I don't know, he's run fucking he made $1 billion company. So and he's gonna have a lot of experience in here with the managing the government, like overseeing stuff, so. I really want that ticket. I wanted Tulsi RFK. I want Tulsi to be the first female president. And I just don't see Vivek taking a vice president role. That's my only thing. But Vivek and Tulsi, younger, fresher, more relevant ideas. And I don't really think any of these other people matter on here. I see people. It's so funny that I see Kamala way down here. Matt Gaetz, man, that guy got shafted. You know, was he probably doing some wild shit when he was younger? Probably. He was a rich kid. I don't see anybody putting out there, and especially no fucking mainstream thing saying hey, yes, there was an investigation. Do you know what happened in the investigation? It's pretty crazy. I hope it all comes out, because it's pretty crazy that there were people, they needed money. These people needed money. So this is what they do. Hypothetically, they need money to fund an op somewhere, so they extort people for blackmail. And these people needed $25 million for an op, so they extorted Matt Gaetz' dad, because he's a rich motherfucker, that they were going to release this stuff on his son. And so they went to the FBI, Matt Gaetz' family, local FBI. They had him wear a wire and go for a meet for a down payment on it of $4.5 million. I'm pretty sure. That's how much information I got so far. But I don't really. They put this fucking Matt Gaetz is being investigated for what? maybe child trafficking, like, because I think she was 17, they say, and over state lines, which start rounding up every NBA and NFL player if we're just gonna start doing that. That's what they did to Jack Johnson, and that's how this all got fucking started. Is he fucking was with white women way back in the day, and they didn't like that, so they just caught him driving over the state lines with his girlfriend. And they've been constantly doing this since. And you can go get whoever the fuck you want for fucking flying out fucking all these Instagram hoes and shit like that. Every NBA player in fucking NFL one, you're gonna get them all. If you want to fucking go get everyone for trafficking people. That's what they're getting Diddy on. That's what they're getting fucking everybody on. There's a lot. Let's go for the actual direct fucking crimes. So Mackey's kind of got shafted. He looks like a real piece of shit. I don't know. I know that they extorted his dad for $25 million. That guy's in jail now. I think the guy's name's Steve Alford. See Christy Nome on here. Can't even believe it. You know, when you shoot fucking animals, I don't like that shit. So, when you go and shoot your dog in the back of the shed when it's fucking young, I don't like it. None of these people matter on here. But I see that she's got a position in the cabinet, or possibly. So I'm going J.D. Vance. Please don't run again. Or please don't run. So that Donald Trump Jr. can run against... the primary could be pretty cool. So what's the primary look like? Democrats, Gavin Newsom, Josh Shapiro, Michelle Obama, going to do Pete Buttigieg, Gretchen Whitmer, and the other losers that go up there. So really it's those guys, Newsom, Shapiro. See, that's what could knock out Gavin Newsom might not even win a primary. Gretchen Whitmer. How can you win the primary? Michigan. If Trump, even if you don't like it, if Trump makes the auto industry booming in Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer can say, we got a great fucking economy going on in fucking Michigan. She can try and get the Muslim vote. How's she gonna get them? I haven't seen her if she's been real vocal, and I'm sure they put it out there. I haven't seen if she was real vocal on Israel, Palestine. They got a lot of Muslim people in Michigan. I want Gretchen Whitmer to win that. Because she's big Gretch. Black people like her too. So that's who I'm going Gretchen Whitmer. Even though I'd like to see Gavin Newsom versus Donald Trump Jr. And then I'd like to see Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard versus Gretchen Whitmer. That's going to be my thumbnail. Let me put it in right now. 2028 presidential election. Gretchen Whitmer. Have to get a first female president no matter what. A bunch of those people will have to accept it. Fuck, I can't. They don't got your name in here, Gretchen. They don't got your last name in here. And iPhone's fucking. And they don't got Joe Rogan either. I think that they don't have Rogan, and I think that's on purpose. Verse Tulsi Gabbard. Who does Gretchen Whitmer take for her vice? She takes Pete Buttigieg and gets the gay vote. Bro, I'm calling it right now. I got receipts right here. It is Saturday, November 30th. And it is in 2027, 2026 possibly, people could be walking down the elevator declaring their bid for president in 2 years. You're going to see Tulsi Gabbard if she does a great job, and Gretchen Whitmer if Donald Trump makes her economy boom. Okay. I think that's just only the things I wanted to cover. I just wanted to show you that the media is garbage. All of them, all of those networks. And you need to be reading people like Whitney Webb. That woman is a great investigative journalist. And then Glenn Greenwald. You need to be checking out Glenn Greenwald, because that's where we're going to get real information. Not this bullshit, this scripted garbage to distract you. They're not giving you the real fucking truth. We're not going to get the real Diddy truth. We're not going to get it. People are not going to be held accountable. But I hope everybody's crypto's doing good. That puts a smile on my face. All right. Deuces.